Hi everyone. I am super excited to share with you that I am 6 weeks post-surgery radical hysterectomy. That means removal of the uterus, the ovaries, fallopian tubes, and the cervix. I'm feeling really great and I've finally been cleared to do exercise. So I will run you through my first quick exercise routine that I'm gonna do. It's gonna seem really, really simple, but honestly what's happening is I'm just checking in with my body to see what feels safe and what feels good. The idea of this is to build yourself up to a really good moving routine with resistance eventually. But the first thing you need to do is check in with your own body. And what I can say is, you are your best teacher. Let me repeat that. You are your best teacher. So if something's going on and it doesn't feel right in your body, you need to back off and do exercises that are simpler. So I'm just gonna lay down on this little mat here. So just lay down on my back. And the first thing that I'm always gonna start with is breathing, okay? Breathing makes the diaphragm muscle work, which then affects the pelvic floor. And if you have had surgery like I did and had something removed, then this whole area is kind of like, whoo, what's going on? So I'm just gonna take some big deep breaths, breathing in 3-dimensional all directions. Big inhale. Big exhale. A couple more. Big inhale. Big exhale. The key to notice is where your breath is going more, where your breath isn't going, and try to fill your body up 3-dimensionally. Inhale, and just notice what sensations you might feel. Exhale. One more, big inhale. And exhale. Great. The next thing that I'm gonna do is just move my arms. The arms are actually not just connected here, they're connected through the whole torso, so they affect what's happening in your center. So reach my arms up. I'm gonna inhale, reach them up. Exhale, drop them down. Inhale. Exhale, that feels really good to my upper back. Inhale. Exhale. Then I'm gonna reach them over my head, trying to keep my ribs pretty stable down into the mat and my pelvis pretty still. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Just feeling how my shoulder blades are moving on my back. Exhale. And because there's a definite stretch happening for me right through here as I reach my arms over my head. And you can keep repeating that until you feel like you want to move on. Okay, the next thing I will do is pelvic tilt. And this is kind of the bony area that's closest to the surgery site, because I had a laparoscopic through my belly button and then 4 little incisions, 5 total in my abdominal area. So I'm gonna do pelvic tilts. I'm gonna reach my arms back here, just so you can see. And pushing through my feet, the feet are important. I'm gonna tuck my pelvis under. Oh, and I feel a really good stretch in my low back, because I have not been doing this. And then exhale, I'm gonna arch. And let your head respond and your spine respond to what's happening in your pelvis. And then I tuck, push. And I arch. Ooh, and my back is just saying, I miss doing this. And everything is feeling okay here. You might feel some interesting like electricity moving, the nerves are, and the intestines are moving to adjust to what has been removed from your body. Now I'm gonna do pelvic circles. So I imagine there's a bowl of water in my pelvis, and I just circle it around. Big inhale. So the whole time you wanna inhale and exhale. It doesn't matter when, it's just the breath moving through the body, because it's toning your diaphragm muscle and thus allowing the pelvic floor to be worked, because the pelvic floor is here, the diaphragm's here, and they're working together. And then I'll circle in the other direction. And the whole time I'm just noticing how I feel. So check into your body, notice how you feel. Good, and then I'm just gonna come to my hands and knees.
trying to feel my spine in the natural curves, okay? Then I will do sternum drop. So I drop my chest through and I push. Drop and push. And one more. Okay, then I might try dropping my belly button out. I call this pregnant cat. That feels a little interesting, like that stretch, because they went through my belly button for the surgery. And then lift. Float it up without moving my spine. Out, in. Starts to get my transverse abdominal muscles working, which wrap around like a corset, and I feel my pelvic floor working. I want to try not to hang through your shoulders or let your head drop. So once I feel, okay, that feels like it's working well, I'm going to keep my shoulders stable and then pelvic tilt. So I'm basically repeating what I just did on my back, but now gravity is different. I'm weight bearing on my hands and my knees, whereas before I was weight bearing on my back. So I'm just pelvic tilting under and out. And then I'm going to circle. What I'm noticing is my low back is a little sticky and tight because I haven't been doing this. And then I'll go the other direction. And then I might add a big cat-cow if I'm feeling good. So I round my whole spine, push down through my hands and knees, and then extend. And round. And extend. 2 more times. Again, do as many reps as you feel good. Last one. And extend. Good. So that literally might be all I do. That is the first time I've been moving in that way. So that might be all that I do. And then tomorrow repeat it, and I'll add some the exercises that are a little harder, and I'll move a little bit quicker. So we just have to build up. So what I'm doing really is working with the subtle body. I'm thinking about what's happening internally, the diaphragm and the pelvic floor, which are cute, you know, very important core muscles, but I want to have them work naturally with the movement of the rest of my body. And then as I get stronger and feel that my body feels safe in these movements that are very subtle, I move more into my global movement, which means that I'm going to start working my bigger muscle groups. Okay, so stay tuned for my next set of exercises.